Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Contradiction, Spot the Liar. In the last episode, we took part in the most middle-class mugging I have ever seen. We got mugged by a guy with a bag for life. It was amazing. And also we learned that Paul throws parties with scantily clad young ladies. I did not need to know this. Alrighty then, we were heading up to see Simon and Emma to see if they knew anything about this. The mugging, not the parties with half undressed ladies.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, this.
Do you know the shop? Have you used it?
No, but I know where it is.
Okay.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things. Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Ooh. I kind of want to replay this because I can't... I'm not sure whether she was saying I was there when the stunt was pulled or whether she was saying I was at Third Eye. But I wasn't, I just need to see that again.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
Okay.
So you were at Third Eye?
Okay, so she is saying she was there. So you weren't on holiday, were you, love?
Aha.
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died?
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
It was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things and then that thieving thing happened and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
And what did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
At least now we know why she clings on to the whole, like, you should feel guilty. If you've done something wrong, then you should feel guilty. We know that Liam wasn't in a good place mentally. He was drunk, he was depressed. Emma's guilt. Damn. Yeah, we know he was drunk, he was depressed. The fact that Emma even thought to say, hey, Paul, I want to say something about his birthmark. Do you think that's right? So Emma was clearly second-guessing herself. And I think if she hadn't have had that confirmation that, like, oh yeah, he won't mind, go ahead, do it, I don't think she would have done it. But for Paul saying, oh yeah, of course that's fine, you should go ahead and say that, I don't think Emma would have had the balls to say anything to Liam. Emma did still say that, though. I think Emma was encouraged to say it, and I do place more of a burden of guilt on Ryan and Paul, because they were the ones who were kind of setting everything up to fall in the way it did. But Emma still said that. Emma does play a part in it. So I do think she should feel guilty, at least a little bit. Maybe not to the extent that she does feel guilty. She clearly needs therapy, but I do think she should still feel a bit guilty, because she did make that comment to Liam. And I don't know if that's what pushed Liam to commit suicide. I don't know if that was just like the last straw. It could have been a coincidence. I don't know, but she still said something, because he can't control a birthmark. That's not on him. Like, that's a very rude thing to say. That is a very rude thing. Oop, I just dinged my mic. My apologies. That's a very rude thing to comment on. Again, we have moved forward, so you know what? Let's do a sweep of the map. Make sure there's nothing new. Anything in the greenhouse? I doubt it, but it's always good to check. Anything new down here? I kind of doubt it. To be honest, I think we're probably finished with this area now that we've checked the garage. But again, it's always good to check. We still don't have that flashlight. To be fair, this could be a giant red herring. We may never find a flashlight. Because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but at the beginning of the game, Jenks said he had, like, until morning And we are rapidly running out of time. Also, just so I don't forget. Is there anything going on with the restaurant? Nope. Jenks just keeps pondering, should I have some dinner? I'm so hungry, I'm gasping for a brew. But no, Jenks, duty. Duty comes first. To Wood Lane. Into the woods. Will we find any more odd people just dicking about in the woods? I don't trust this. It's too calm. It's way too calm. Oh! Hey!
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Flashlight acquired! Yep, nothing new here. Is the meeting still going on? Okay, no. Good stuff. In that case, I'm going to assume Ryan is in the lounge. You know what? Considering we've got that flashlight, let's head straight for the pub. What are they hiding in the darkness? Pans! Great!
Oh well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Ooh. Photos of a car vandalized with spray paint were found in the pub outbuilding. Oh, evil. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that said Yule, like E-W-L, and I was like, that's a weird thing to write on a car. No, evil, devil worshippers, and then the triple goddess symbol. Ooh. And that's a pretty swanky car as well, damn. Okay, let's start off with James at Abbey Farm. Again, I just prefer going from left to right.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Okay, okay, yeah, it is just the vandalized car photos that we can show him.
Know anything about these? Nope.
James, you are so helpful.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, James. I know you have so many answers for me, but no will be enough. Great.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
What do you have to say about Emma's guilt?
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticise him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
I'm convinced. I am convinced this has to be Emma. That he bought the necklace for Emma and that this is her unwanted suitor. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is gonna be a contradiction, but it... Oh shit!
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake, but that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
So many of them. I would put money on that. He will have tried it on with so many of them. I think it's very funny because he was complaining about like, oh, policemen are so literal. But I think Paul has a very literal definition of hurt. I don't think he considers like emotional or psychological pain to be like, oh, they got hurt. It's only like, oh, no one got stabbed. No one was bleeding afterwards. No one had to get sent to accident and emergency. So why are you complaining? No one got hurt.
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
Do you know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
That's not a yes or no answer. Do you know who vandalized the car? No one was ever prosecuted. You're not saying yes or no, Paul. That tells me you do know who did it, but you're not saying anything. He's so slimy. He is so wonderfully slimy. Oh, Lord.
A few more questions, please.
Okay, just the car photos.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. God, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
No. Well, as long as the insurance paid out.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
If this was last year, then that would have been when they were Third Eye, rather than when they were Atlas. So that could be retribution for Liam's suicide. You know, a friend of his took it very personally, something like that, maybe.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
I think I believe her there.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh shit, we never asked Simon about this stuff, okay.
Seen this? You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a party, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a lie at the end there. He looked very shifty when he was like, yeah, costume, yeah, something like that. No. I don't know what you hired out, Simon, but I get the feeling it was scandalous. Get this.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous?
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students?
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
When you say it works, how? Please explain this. I get the feeling that in some regards, Paul and Ryan learned their lesson from Third Eye. Liam's suicide definitely had an effect. They've, okay, you're not allowed to hurt people or offend people. But no. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This course seems like bullshit. It seems like pure bullshit. Oh, Jenks has promised not to discuss this with Simon. Oh, good for you, Jenks. Oh, good on you, keeping Emma's secret. Admittedly, you are investigating someone's death, but we've got a guilty young lady here. Let's focus on her instead of the dead girl.
Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
Oh, okay.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
So if they said that was Ryan's car, he is keeping very stum about that. I'm not gonna lie, if my car was defaced, I don't own a car, but if I had a car and it got defaced to that level, I'd be telling everyone. I would want everyone to know. And especially when it seems like it definitely seems like Paul and Ryan know who did it. It wasn't just some random arsehole who was like, I'm coming back from the pub and I'm drunk. Ooh, a nice fancy car. I'ma just key that for the lols. Like, no, this seems like a targeted attack. It had the symbol that Third Eye was using and all of that. So it definitely seems to me like they know who did it, but they're keeping quiet about it.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
For a minute then I thought no one was going to come to the door, and I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, what do I do now? We have so much to ask. Ryan, flipping heck.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager, and they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Mate, I like that little snide remark at the end, how proud he looked, just like, I'm not sure it'd do any good anyway. That wasn't a sick burn, sir. You should not look so proud. You didn't say anything amazing. Yes, this.
I didn't realise you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band?
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called Something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
I don't know why. The look he gave at the end there, again, he went through a series of very rapid blinks. So, hell, he could be buying a shit ton of them and just hiding them from his wife. He's like, I must never let my wife see my accounts, because then she'll know I've spent $5,000 on a bunch of guitars.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
Love it. Love it. I really like these scenes with Jenks and Ryan. I like these two actors. They're both quite campy and they ham it up a lot. I like that. I like these two.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Okay. No, excuse me.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticising Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
These people, okay.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalised. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I had no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right, thank you.
Okay. Ooh.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We most definitely will. However, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we're going to go see if we can track down Lisa Blint. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.